Hi, my friends. So, today I was inspired to bring a message of Christmas for you and my community. And today's message is on peace. So, the title of today's talk is Christ Brings Peace. So, let us explore this topic of peace a little bit. Everybody seeks peace, whether it is consciously or unconsciously. But peace and balance is our basic nature. Unconditional love, peace, and balance is our basic nature. So, until we attain this nature, everybody is searching for it. The only difference is the means through which we are searching for it, and whether we know the way to it or we don't know the way to it. If you know the way to it, you're on the right path. If you don't know the way to it, you're on the wrong path. But ultimately, everybody is looking for harmony. Everybody is looking for peace. So again, what is actually peace? Peace is the gift of Christ. It's the gift of Christ consciousness more precisely. So when Christ came to this world, he came with the gift of peace. What does it mean? So let us explore. Actually, peace is a state of clarity, which is also known as gnosis by the Essenes. There were Essenes, there was this community called Essenes in Egypt, and they called it gnosis. So gnosis basically means clarity and a state of knowing. Knowing what? Knowing your true nature, and as a consequence of knowing your true nature, you know how the reality operates, and then you align with your true nature, which means you align with the laws of this reality. Because until you know the laws of this reality, you cannot align with it. Until you know your true nature, you don't have clarity, and so you don't have gnosis. And in the absence of gnosis, there can never be peace. Coming to my second point on peace. Peace is an internal state that is basically reflected in your personal reality. If we look at the world around, we see those people that are living in peace. I personally know a few people, few wonderful people, like someone I've subscribed to. She has a beautiful life and she lives in Manali. Okay, so this is a state in North India, Himachal Pradesh. So she lives in Manali, and she has reached that place in her life where I feel she has considerably a lot of peace and harmony that she has achieved. And peace and harmony doesn't just refer to your external environment. Peace also refers to a state of stability in your life. It can be in terms of finances, it can be in terms of power, identity, friends, health. All this comes under peace. Okay? So, speaking about our internal state, there are different aspects of ourselves. There are masculine aspects of ourselves, there are feminine aspects of ourselves, and these aspects, upon coming into this matrix, upon descending into this level of dimensional reality, get fragmented. They get fragmented, they get unconscious, they get lost, and these aspects are looking for integration, are looking to come home within us. And when we don't take a good look at these unconscious aspects, when we neglect these unconscious aspects, when we don't awaken and harmonize these unconscious aspects, within us there is no state of peace. And that is automatically reflected in your external reality, in your situations, in your relationships, in your health, etc. Even your mental state will not be at peace if these aspects are not integrated, are not conscious. When I talk about peace, what comes to my mind is samadhi, and there are different types of samadhis, and I'm not an expert on that, but I have experienced it and I'm speaking from my experience. Nothing compares to samadhi because The only state that compares to this kind of peace and bliss and ecstasy is doing something creative, you know, sometimes even playing sports, being in that flow state, you know, and of course meditation when you get into the dhyan state. This is what samadhi feels like. For those who have not experienced it, I'm saying, I'm giving you a close example so you can relate with it. But actually, this is our natural state. We are supposed to be in a state of samadhi, which is called 0 point, which is a 5D state of consciousness and 60 and above. And that is basically the union of masculine and feminine that the matrix has stolen, that the matrix has distorted. And due to the absence of this samadhi state, we are trying to find gratification in relationships, in material aspects, in pleasures, in food, in addictions, in whatever, what have you, everything. Everything external. Because the matrix has put layers and layers of conditioning on your mind, so you're basically not aware of how you're being tricked by the matrix and how your true nature is being stolen from you. So you are in pain, but you don't know what is the source of the pain, what is the cause of the pain. And that is why you have the awakening movement happening now. That is why you have twin flames coming into union now. That is why you have the star seeds awakening now, spreading the truth about the reality of this matrix, which fragments your soul, which divorces you from your true self. And you try to find that peace, that samadhi, that gratification externally. The matrix is the culprit. It's not the people's fault. Because a lot of people want to awaken, want to walk on the right path, but they can't because there are layers and layers of blockages in their system. So it's a type of a karmic bondage, you can say, where just the desire to awaken and change is not enough. You need to have the technical knowledge, you need to have the consistent practice, you need to have the right guru, the right guidance, and yet make it into this world and balance both the material and the spiritual. You cannot abandon the material. It creates a serious imbalance in your life. So the internal state of peace is basically projected outside, which is a state of 0 point balance within your system, which is the state of balance of chakras in your system. The recent conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn which we had is basically what represents the state of peace, because Jupiter is the higher self, which is the Christ consciousness, and Saturn is this matrix reality. So when both of them are in union, are in conjunction right now, it basically means that the matrix is awakening. And a lot of twin flames who are in the spiritual and matrix twin flame connection, their matrix twin flame is also awakening. Because I've been getting signs of number 96, number 1111, number 222, which are all signs of balancing and the masculine awakening. The matrix twin more specifically, because there are different types of twin flames relationships and there are different dynamics in it. So Jupiter Saturn conjunction has initiated a energy of balance in the matrix, which will unfold in the coming months. That means any system which is out of balance, whether it's a relationship or a professional system, will be impacted, will not be able to survive, will not be able to anchor into the matrix, because the base energy once upon a time was polarity. So these kinds of relationships and dysfunctional systems used to anchor because of the base energy. But now the base is gone. The base is changed from polarity to balance, which is Saturn. Saturn is the base, root chakra. Remember that, it's a root chakra. So if the collective root chakra itself is balancing, The polarized, imbalanced karmic relationships and systems cannot anchor. So I was saying that your true nature is one of unconditional love, balance, and harmony. However, you do have the freedom to play into karmic realities for as long as you like. Only thing is not going to be possible much longer on this planet, on this new earth, because the rules have changed for this collective reality. For the past few years, I would say past decade, the rules have been changing. So if you want to play in those realities, you probably need to incarnate on another reality system, another parallel earth, which is engaging in all those polarized systems. It's not going to be possible here anymore. There's total freedom in this. There's no judgment whether you choose to play in an imbalanced universe or whether you choose to play in a balanced universe. If you're tired of the imbalance, then you can choose balance. If you're tired of the balance, you can choose imbalance. Your soul is free. But everything has a consequence, and free will is respected, but everything has a consequence. So we have the organized religions, as you know, and they promise the so-called salvation, they promise the so-called peace, but they never give you that. They always keep you codependent on themselves. They keep you codependent on the organized religion structure. They will never give you the gnosis. They will never give you the clarity. They will never give you the understanding of this reality matrix, how this matrix functions. Because that understanding only comes when your Kundalini rises, when your DNA activates. Because the knowledge is stored in your DNA, and the matrix makes every attempt to shut down your DNA. That is why we have strands in our DNA that are known as the junk DNA, which is actually not true. It's not junk. It is the product of the conditioning of the matrix which has made it junk, and why we get sick, why we don't have the beautiful bodies that we want, why we don't have the material success that we want, because the matrix thrives off your energy. It thrives off your energy by stealing your DNA, by turning off your DNA, so that you don't have the gnosis. And when you don't have the gnosis, what do? You become codependent on an external source of spirituality. And for the masses who are so busy in their daily life, it's usually the organized religions. But that is changing right now. That is changing right now. Let me explain peace with giving its opposite. The opposite of peace is what? It's anxiety, it's fear, and it's the main tool of the matrix to put you in a state of anxiety. Through your relationships, through your work pressure, through the guilt you are imposed into feeling. Basically, anxiety, what it does, it short circuits your nervous system. It creates an imbalance in your nervous system by creating blockages there. So if you're put through traumatizing situations and your nervous system is short circuited and your masculine and feminine aspects are completely distorted and separated from each other, what is the result? Is it peace? No, it's anxiety. And what is the next logical step when somebody has anxiety? Addictions. Because addictions are a way to escape your anxiety. Whether you are physically hyperactive or whether you are mentally hyperactive, it is a state of anxiety. It is a state of polarity. It is a state of imbalance. And then we have people who ruin their lives through addictions, who ruin their marriages through addictions, who ruin their careers through addictions, because they're having blockages in their nadi system, their chakra system. They're having anxiety, they're having a short circuit in their nervous system, they're having deactivated DNA. This is the root cause of addiction. So in such a situation, how far is peace? It's very far away. To have peace, you should have gnosis first. You should have clarity first. You should have a good guru or a kundalini awakening first. Till then, the matrix has you. The matrix has you draining your energy. So the gift that Christ brings us is peace by making us meet our true selves. He's not selling us peace, he's teaching us the way to find it within ourselves. He's not making us codependent on him. That's a false belief again, that the matrix has fed you. The gift Christ brings is peace. And that peace He is giving us through taking us to our true self, to introducing us, letting us get to know our true selves, so that each one of us can come into that state of Christ consciousness. Because it's not about one Christ and following one Christ. As He said, ye all are gods. So all of us have the potential of Christ consciousness that He had. And that is why He came. And basically that is what the star of Christmas means. It's your Markaba. It's your light body. It's your Christ consciousness, God, Goddess self state, which was stolen from you by the matrix, and which is what many ascended masters like Christ and so many others came to introduce you back to again, to make you remember who you actually are. So I wish all my community a very Merry Christmas to those who are celebrating. I don't celebrate Christmas in the traditional way, but I sure celebrate the birth of Christ, because His message is of so much value, although it was distorted and taken over, and the true message was lost. So I wish you a great Christmas season, and I hope you all come into that state of knowledge so that you all can actually receive the gift of peace that Christ has brought. Alright, so I will see you again, my friends, and I love you all.